Hey guys, welcome back to World Mechanics. Our mission here at the garage, guys, is to save you as much money as we can. That's why we make these absolutely free videos. Let's go ahead and start on it now. Today we're working on a Chrysler PT Cruiser 2.4 engine. We're going to show you how to replace the valve cover gasket on it. Stay with us to see how we're going to do that, and don't forget to subscribe for new videos. Okay, the first thing that we need to do, we need to get a flathead screwdriver and we need to remove that clamp right there. That's for the intake hose that goes towards the throttle body. So you need to get it loose on both sides. One towards the throttle body and one that is close to the airbox. So we can remove the hose on the side. And you just pull it out. Okay, like that. Next thing that we'll need to do, we need to pull that vacuum hose on top of the throttle body right there. You just pull it. And now we have two clips on the throttle body, one there, the throttle position sensor, and one right here. One thing about those clips, let me show you. When they're locked, they're in that position, so it prevents you from clicking on the button here to release the clip. So you need to move this one all the way to the back so you can activate the clicker right there and take it out. The other one is the same way, and this one right here as well. You just pull the red thing and push the button. Sometimes they get a little stuck, so you might need to help it with the screwdriver. And we will need to remove that clamp right there that's holding the wire to the throttle, to the intake. Though sometimes they tend to break. Okay, we'll need to remove the clamp right there that's holding the wires to the intake. Okay, and now what we'll need to do on the back right there is one bolt. Let me try to get a good view. This bolt right there, we will need to remove this one with a 13mm wrench because it's holding the intake to the head, so it doesn't vibrate and cause it to crack. So you need to take that bolt off all the way. Okay, and we just took the bolt off all the way. Right there. And now we can proceed to the next step, which will be removing all these little bolts right here. This is with 8mm socket. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them that we will need to remove all the way. Okay, this is the last bolt right there. And now we will not need to remove the throttle cable right there because we're just going to flip it on the side, but we'll need to remove that vacuum hose that goes right there in the valve cover right there. And now you can just pull it here on the side. You have one more hose holding it, vacuum hose on the back right there. We'll need to take this one off. Those on the back, they tend to be really tight, so you can just help it a little bit with a screwdriver, but do not put too much pressure because you might crack the plastic intake. And now you can just go ahead and flip it right there on the side, and you have room to work on the ignition coil and the spark plugs. Okay, after you remove the intake, what you need to do, you need to cover those holes, the intake holes. Because if you drop something, it's going all the way in, and you have to remove the whole intake assembly in order to take it out. Otherwise, you start the car and you damage the engine. So make sure you cover the hose. The ignition coil, you will need to remove. There is 4 bolts with 10mm socket, 1, 2, one on the back right here and one on the right back side. First thing you need to remove the wires, the spark plug wires, the cables, and after that you will need to remove the wires right here that goes towards the ignition coil. So you need to push on the side like that, pull it, and then it comes out of there. Okay, like that, you pull the red piece out. Now you can push on it, and those tend to be stuck really good, so you need to pull, okay, like that. And now we're just removing the 4 bolts there to remove the ignition coil with a 10mm socket. You need to take them, all of them completely out of there. And now that's the last bolt. Okay, next thing that we need to do, the power steering reservoir right here. There is 2 bolts that is holding it to the bulk. Actually the engine and the cylinder head right there. So we need to remove them with a 13mm socket. I will try to get a better view when we remove it. You'll be able to see where exactly the holes are, so you can reach them. Okay, right there, that's one of the bolts. It's right above the exhaust, you can see right there. Okay, and now we're getting the second bolt out of there, and we can just pull it to the side a little bit so we have room to work on. And right there the bolts are, as you can see, that's where they're on the bottom of it. Okay, now we need to remove the spark plug wires right there, the cables, but you need to number them 1, 2, 3 and 4 so you know how to put them back together. And we just pull them out of there like that. Okay, now with an 8mm socket, there is 8 bolts that we will, 9 bolts that we will need to take off. That's holding the valve cover to the cylinder head. So right there is one of them. There is one there in the corner, one right here, one there, here, here, one in the middle, and there is one more there, and the last one there. You do not need to remove all of them off, just get them loose. You will not be able to pull them out because they have a thing where it holds them in the attached to the valve cover. Okay, we got all bolts loose, and you will need to remove that vacuum hose right there on the back. They tend to be pretty tight right there, but you can help it with a screwdriver a little bit. Do not put too much pressure because you might crack the valve cover since it's all aluminum. Okay, right there. And now you should be able just to pick it out of there. Sometimes they tend to be stuck really good. And now you can just pull it out of there. Okay, like that. You need to lift it up. Make sure that all bolts are loose and nothing is hanging, is holding it there. Okay, and as you can see, the gasket is right there. It's an old gasket, and this is the valve cover. So what you need to do is just get the new gasket, place it in here, clean it really good, maybe with a little bit of, with some kind of acetone cleaner, brake cleaner, but do not get it inside the engine. And clean right here really good before you install the new gasket, so it will seal good and you avoid any leaks. If you have any questions, let us know. Hopefully guys the video was helpful. Please do not forget to comment, like, subscribe. That way we can keep making these absolutely free videos. Guys, we have more than 19,000 free repair videos on our YouTube channels that can, guys, save you thousands of dollars in future repairs. Check them out. Thank you guys for watching and see you next time.